Full disclosure, I used to row crew.
Hello, Adam Ryan Donato.
Hello, welcome back to another hard review, and I'm here to talk about The Boys in the Boat. This is George Clooney's latest directorial attempt, and I say attempt because that filmography is weak. George Clooney is a milquetoast director, even though he is one of the great actors of our generation, and he's also a very good producer as well. He won an Oscar for both acting and for producing, and now he needs a directing Oscar. And I tell you what, he's not getting it with The Boys in the Boat. Now, The Boys in the Boat is a very good movie. Maybe not very good, just alright. Like, it's your typical, like, sports movie, and so, like, there's no surprises. It's also a true story, so you're like, I see how this is gonna go. I've seen this movie, I understand. I also know history vaguely. I think the coolest part about this movie is that it showcases a sport that is very underrepresented in the sports movie genre, which is crew. I'm totally biased. It's just gonna be me gushing about my memories of rowing varsity crew. It's just a beautiful sport. Even, like, when I had to do Saturday morning practices at, like, 9 a.m. for 3 hours out in the water, I just remember how beautiful it was, you know, just being out in the water with the sunset or sunrise, I guess, at that point. Beautiful it looks when they're all in sync. It's a very expensive sport as well, which is why I find it interesting how in this movie they were like, oh, it's a job. If you make the team, we're going to pay you. But also it's like this Olympic level team. So it's like, yeah, of course, you can't just join the team and make money and just row your best. Like, no, you have to be one of the top 8 guys. There's like 50 people that like try out for this team. Crew is a very physically demanding sport, but it's awesome. Like, it totally fixed my back forever. I was in the best shape of my life when I rowed crew, but I have so many haunting memories about rowing crew. Like, it's a very difficult sport to do. Very physically demanding. Callum Turner is the star of this movie. I recognize him from Fantastic Beasts 3. He's the brother of the Newt. Newt is his name, and his last name is Scamander. Oh my god. Ooh, so something Scamander. I thought he was so, like, mid. Like, he's such a boring character. Like, he's poor, he likes his girlfriend, and he has daddy issues. That is the entirety of his character, and he is so boring. Why did this true story, follow this guy? Like, I guess he's the most sympathetic because he's so poor, but he was so boring. I didn't care about him at all. I also didn't really get a vibe of, like, the camaraderie of the team. You know, it's called The Boys in the Boat, and like I get very few, like, he's best friends with another guy who's in the boat, but other than that, it's like really, like, we do not get much. Like, we see them together, sure, but like there's not like a lot of interpersonal relationships between individuals in the group, so I don't really feel like it's really well developed at all. And then Joel Edgerton is the coach, and he's like this buttoned up, no nonsense coach. He's a very good coach, but he's not given very much to do in this movie at all. Like, he has a speech towards the end, and he like gets mad for his team whenever they are being slighted. Total waste as well. It's funny how the way that this movie so would star Dennis Quaid if the lead was more religious. Just such a standard, like, old people are gonna love this movie, man. Just the way that it looks very old, and it's very, like, there's a specific word that I used in my review. It's very sappy, you know what I mean? It's very like, oh, this is like so like uplifting, isn't it? Like, it really wants me to like be like, yeah, Hitler's in the movie. Why? I mean, like, I know why, but overall, very mid sports movie. I'm literally giving it a 3 out of 5 just because, like, I like Crew. I think Crew is cool. So I'm like, it was cool watching Crew be represented. There's some cool shots of, like, in the boat, like, when they're rowing. So I think it's really pretty. And it's, like, too long, and it's too boring, and it's too, like, mild in every way, shape, and form. But that's, like, every George Clooney movie. And, like, I don't want to rack on him too hard because he did show up at the end of The Flash, and that was awesome. But also, like, shut up, you know what I mean? But also, like, you go make your old man movies, George. Get your friends together, make your little old man movies. Have a good time, George. Because I'm not. 3 out of 5. It's fine. Thank you for featuring Crew. And thank you guys for watching this review. Did you watch this movie? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. 3 out of 5. Like, comment, subscribe. And tell me, do you ever met anyone who rode Crew? I mean, me? But you haven't met me. Movies.